Hi everyone, Ohayo gozaimasu. Welcome! This channel is for Japanese learners of English. Kiyomo shadowing no lesson wo yadakimasho. Listen to today's real native conversation. Focus on the rhythm and shadow along. Practice daily to master tango, bunpao, hatsuan, and rhythm. Repeat and try again tomorrow if needed. Zehi. Chanaru no toroku wo onegai shimasu. Okay, are you ready? Here we go.
Ever feel like someone's making a mountain out of a molehill, like they're just nitpicking everything? We've all been there, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's that feeling, when someone's just focusing on the tiny details, blowing things way out of proportion.
Exactly. So how do you say that in English, this making a big deal out of nothing thing?
Well, there are a few ways. It's not just one phrase. Language is, wonderfully diverse.
True. So what are some of those ways?
Okay, so one really common way is nitpick. It's a verb that means to be overly critical about small, unimportant things.
Like they're going through with a fine-tooth comb looking for anything to complain about, huh?
You nailed it. And you can also say someone is a nitpicker if they do it often. It's like that person who always finds fault in everything, even if it's barely noticeable.
I get it. So nitpick is a good one. What else we got?
Another phrase that captures that is make a big deal out of nothing.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that one a lot.
It's super common. When someone makes a big deal out of nothing, they're taking something trivial and turning it into a major issue.
It's like they're creating drama where there shouldn't be any, right?
Exactly. And there's another way that's similar. Fuss over small things.
Fuss over small things? That sounds kind of gentle.
It can be, but it also implies being overly concerned about those little details. Someone can fuss over how the napkins are folded. It's that level of attention to the unimportant.
Okay, yeah, I see that. And what about when someone is actively finding fault?
Then you could say find fault with everything. It's a more direct way to say they're always looking for something to criticize.
So not just concerned, but actively looking for the negative.
Right. And they might get angry with small things. They have a short fuse and get upset about minor inconveniences.
So many ways to say the same thing, depending on the nuance, I guess.
Exactly. There are also a few expressions for when you want someone to stop doing all that. You can tell them, don't make a big deal about trivial things, or don't get angry at small things.
That's good to know. What about those people who are just plain picky?
Right. So for that, we often use the word fussy. It's an adjective that means someone is very particular and hard to please, especially about minor things.
So fussy is like they're not just complaining. They have these very specific requirements?
Yeah, precisely. Like a fussy eater is someone who has a lot of food preferences.
Yeah.
And they might find fault with what they're being served.
Oh, I know those types. So fussy is a good adjective. What about an expression that is more like a saying?
That's a good one. A common phrase is don't make a mountain out of a molehill. It's a very visual way to say that someone's exaggerating the importance of something.
That's a great comparison, like they're turning a tiny bump into a huge mountain.
Exactly. It captures the whole thing so perfectly.
Yeah. So if you want to tell someone to stop nitpicking, you can pick from nitpick, make a big deal out of nothing, fuss over small things, find fault with everything, or just say they're fussy.
And you can add, don't make a mountain out of a molehill, or get angry with small things if you want. The English language has many options to express this.
It seems like there's a phrase for every tiny shade of meaning.
That's the beauty of it, isn't it?
Well, thanks for breaking it all down. Now I have, way more ways to tell someone to chill out about the little stuff.
You got it. It's all about finding the right words to express yourself, right?
All right, we've finished today's lesson. How did you find it? 理解できない部分はありませんでしたか? Repeat and try again tomorrow if needed. Please let me know your kansa or request in the comments. ぜひ channelの登録をお願いします. I look forward to seeing you all again soon. See you next time. Bye bye.